everybody, this is Phantom from League Gamers, and today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about Poppy, the Iron Ambassador. Poppy is an amazing champion that can be played and built with almost any items in the game. She can be played as an AD, AP, hybrid, or even tank character, and can also jungle with the proper rune set. I prefer to play Poppy as an AD champion for sustained damage instead of AP, which allows you to put out large burst. Poppy relies on her abilities to do damage no matter how you build her, and she really only needs a few items to be very strong. For runes, I use magic penetration marks, mana regen seals, ability power or cooldown reduction glyphs, and flat health quints. For summoner spells, I take Ghost and Flash. For masteries, I get 9021, taking improved Ghost and Flash. Alright, so let's get into some footage. I'm basically just going to be telling you some stuff about Poppy, whatever comes to my mind about her. I'm not going to be writing anything down or anything like I have done in some previous videos. So let's start off with Poppy's early game. Her strengths early game are her ability to hit people into the wall and stun them while doing pretty good damage with that, especially if you start out with my rune build with the 10 AP, or you could start with more if you were going to go a full AP build, but since I'm going AD, I probably won't do that. So basically at level 1 I'm going to get my E ability so I can stun and do some great damage with that, and then I'm going to max my Q after that. It does really good damage, especially against squishier targets, and it's just the way you get kills all game, pretty much. So right here, this is a 2v1, just to show you some strengths. That was her Q ability. It does great damage. It looks like Sivir's going to go in the bush to try to kite me for Pirate to get the kill. And I'm going to get enough mana for 1 Q, flash out. Pirate might give it up behind me. Looks like he's getting back. He flashes in, hits me with a parlay, and now that his passive procs off that, he might get me, but I regen him with the Doran shield. What can we talk about now? Poppy can be played as an AD, AP, tank, or even hybrid character. She can jungle pretty well, but compared to other junglers, it's not that great, but she can jungle properly, but you get very low in the jungle, so you can be ganked very easily, so you have to be really careful. But her gank potential when she jungles is very good, being able to stun and deal tons of damage extremely quick. So that's how you can play her. Her strengths for an AD build, which is how I play her, is her Q ability and her E ability, only because her E ability can hold them in place while you just destroy them with your Q ability and auto attacks. Also, her W ability gives her a ton of attack speed if you activate it, also movement speed if it's activated, otherwise it passively stacks, giving you attack speed. So that's AD. For AP, her main damage is her Q and E abilities, which both scale off AP, and so it won't just stun, it'll also do great damage. And then her W ability, mostly when she plays like that, or played as an AP, will just be for movement speed mostly, and her ultimate doesn't scale off anything, so you don't have to worry about that, no matter how you play. For a tank build, her ultimate is very good, also her W ability for getting around, but a tank build I wouldn't really suggest unless you really need it, because your ultimate basically makes you a tank every single team fight for at least, I think it's 6 seconds. Shows you how much I know. So those are them. I don't really play hybrid. If you're gonna do one way or the other, just go AP or AD. There's no point in going hybrid, really. I guess you could, but I wouldn't suggest it. So my summoner spells Ghost and Flash, as I said a little earlier. I take them because Ghost allows me to get closer to people, chase them down, and get in better angles in team fights and stuff like that for my stun. Flash, the same reason. I can get behind people easier if they're running away and then push them back into my team area into a wall to stun them. So that's why I take them. So let's talk about items a little bit. Items for the way I play AD would be shurelias reverie for movement speed buff, and it keeps you alive a lot better. Gives you sustainability so you don't have to recall, because Poppy really has no way to regen health or anything like that, or lifesteal abilities or anything. So I get shurelias reverie, and you can activate that to help your team a bunch, and no one can outrun you when you have Ghost and shurelias reverie on, as well as your W. So that's why I take that. It shows right here, shurelias reverie. This Nidalee can't even outrun me with Ghost and Pounce if I keep spamming my W and have shurelias reverie up. So that's why I get that. Next I get Trinity Force and Phantom Dancer. Phantom Dancer will give you a lot of speed, and attack speed and stuff like that, critical chance. And then Trinity Force is just you have to get it if you're going to go AD. It's your best item. And also for boots, I get boots of speed for just to keep up with people, again, like it's showing right now. That's why I get that kind of items, such as phantom dancers and all that stuff. And after that I'll build a bloodthirster probably, stuff like that. If you're going AP, I'll just give you some items. Lichbane, you want an early sheen, and no matter how you play Poppy, you want an early sheen for the proc on your Q ability. And if you're going AP, you're going to want lichbane instead of trinity force, and just rabadons deathcap is good, and mejais, anything like that. Tank, just build tank items pretty much. I mean, you can still get the trinity force, it's still good, and then go tank after that, but you can do that with any Poppy build, really. So her late game role is basically taking out the squishier champions so they can't kill your team, taking them out of the fight. I mean, Poppy can kill tanks very well, especially if you get different items than what I suggested. Also, just make sure you don't completely follow that build. Trinity Force is a core, you want that, but other than that, you can switch it up depending on the enemy team comp. So her late game role is to kill the squishies, which you can do really fast. If you're fed like I was in this game, you can basically 2-hit their squishies. So keep that in mind when you're playing. Basically use her ultimate to target their support if they have one, otherwise a person that's not doing much damage, or someone that you're not fighting, so you can hit them with ult and then fight their teammate, and their teammate can't do anything to you, only the person you put your ultimate on. So yeah, that's her late game role. Basically, Poppy is a great champion for any way you want to play her. She can fill in for anyone. Like, you don't have to pick a... She can do anything, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't have to just play one certain way. She can be played any way, like I said. And so, she's a great champion. She's definitely worth what she costs in the store. I'd pay more for her, personally. At least $6,300, I'd say. If they wanted to go more, whatever. But Poppy's a great champion. She can be played every single way in the game, pretty much. She's the most customizable champion I can think of. Amazing turret diver, and great for helping your team and everything. So that's about all I have to say for Poppy. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the comments below, because I didn't explain too much. But that's it. That's all I have, and I'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more League of Legends guides.